The best haircuts for your face shape after 60. Ever look in the mirror and think, something's changed? Not in a dramatic way, just softer, less defined. Like your face gently shifted while you weren't looking. And your haircut? Probably didn't get the memo. I clung to mine for years. Same shape, same routine. Until one day it started making me look more tired than timeless. Welcome to Glow After 60, where we don't fight age, we just give it a better haircut. Today, we're breaking down the best styles for your face shape after 60. The goal? Not younger, just lighter, fresher, and more you. We'll talk cheekbones, jawlines, and the subtle lift a smart cut can give. And yes, I'll spill on the one style I wore for too long, and what finally made me let it go. First up, the shape that flatters almost everyone, but with one important catch. 1. The long hair loyalty trap. Let's start with the classic. You know that long hair you've been loyal to since your 40s? The one you've mastered the blow-dry dance for? Yeah, I had that too. Mid-back, layered, and a ponytail for emergencies, which, let's be honest, was most days. I told myself it was elegant, feminine, my signature. But the truth? It started pulling everything down. My face, my neck, even my mood. And here's the kicker. Long hair after 60 can still work beautifully if it has movement, lift, and shape. Mine was doing its best impersonation of a heavy curtain. You might be doing this too. No shame, just muscle memory. We're taught to think long hair equals youth, but sometimes it just equals drag. Ask me how I know. I once used thinning scissors to lighten it up and ended up with what I called spaghetti fringe. Why it matters. As we age, our hair naturally thins and our jawlines soften. A heavy, shapeless length can actually exaggerate that. It frames your face, but not always in a flattering way. Think more blurred edges than soft glow. So what to try instead? Consider a gentle mid-length cut, just below the shoulders or collarbone, with soft layers that move. It gives lift, shows off your neck, and makes you look like you meant to look this effortless. Picture this, a breezy bob brushing your collarbone, your earrings peeking through, and no more hair getting caught in your coat zipper. Freedom, my friend. And if the thought of cutting it all off gives you hives, don't worry, we're not grabbing the scissors just yet. Because next up, we're talking about the shortcut that promises a fresh look, but secretly adds 10 years. Spoiler, it's all in the shape. 2. The short means chic myth. So you finally went short. Everyone said it would be liberating, and at first, it was. You felt lighter. Your blow dryer got a break. Your shampoo lasted twice as long. But then, something strange happened. You started noticing your cheeks looked rounder. Your jaw disappeared entirely. And somehow, your new fresh cut was making you look tired. Not chic, not edgy, just kind of scrunched. Been there. I once asked for a pixie with volume. What I got was more weathered elf than elegant rebel. And yes, I wore a headband for 3 months straight like it was part of a witness protection plan. Here's the twist. Going short can be gorgeous, but it's not one size fits all. The wrong short, especially one that hugs the scalp or flattens on the sides, can exaggerate exactly what you are trying to soften. As we age, we lose volume in our faces. So if your haircut clings too tight, guess what it highlights? Yep, every hollow, every shadow, every place you wish still had baby fat. What helps instead? Look for short cuts with movement. Soft volume on top, gentle texture around the face, and a little airiness. Not stiff, not sprayed into a helmet. Think intentional fluff, not last-minute panic trim. I always say, if your cut makes you reach for heavier earrings and a scarf, it might be working against you. And if you've ever walked out of a salon, caught your reflection, and thought, "Who's that woman borrowing my head?" You're not alone. Next up, the one cut that seems flattering from the front until you see yourself from the side. And trust me, that reveal is a whole journey. 3. The Frontal Illusion cut. You ever sit in the salon chair, the stylist spins you toward the mirror, and from the front, it's perfect. Face looks slimmer, bangs are sweeping just right. You think, wow, she really gets me. Then you get home, take off your coat, walk past the hallway mirror, and there it is, the profile. Suddenly, the haircut that framed your face like a dream is giving you triangle head. Flat in the back, bulky on the sides, and from the side view, like your hair's slowly sliding south. If you've had this moment, welcome. We have jackets. I used to fall for this trap every time. The cut looked good in the mirror, in photos, as long as I was facing dead on with excellent lighting. But turn my head, poof, volume gone, neck exposed, face suddenly front and center with no backup dancers. Here's the deal. As we get older, our posture shifts, our necks change, and side volume actually matters more than ever. When your cut only flatters you from the front, it's not supporting the full picture, literally. So what helps? Look for cuts that have subtle layering at the back, not just the front. A slight stack, a bit of lift. It keeps your silhouette balanced and keeps the "did I shrink" feeling at bay. Pro tip, ask your stylist to show you your profile before they spin the chair around for the reveal. If it only looks good from one angle, it's not your haircut. It's a con. And no, you're not being picky. You're being 60 plus and smart. Next up, the layered look that used to be forgiving, but now might just be aging you double time. Hint, it involves a round brush and a lot of denial. 4. The too many layers, too little volume mistake. Okay, we need to talk about layers. Specifically, the ones we kept piling on because someone said they'd give us bounce and movement. Sound familiar? I used to walk into salons and say, "Just lots of layers. Make it fun." I thought the more pieces I had, the more youthful it would feel. Spoiler, I walked out with a haircut that moved all right into a frizzy triangle. Here's the truth no one tells you. After 60, our hair gets thinner. Layers that once gave body now just take away bulk. You think you're adding shape, but really, you're giving your ends the density of a broom. And not a new broom. One that's been in the garage since '03. You probably got the same advice I did. More layers will lift it. Yeah, no. Sometimes they just highlight how little there is left to lift. Why it matters. Too many layers can make fine hair look stringy. They can also make your scalp more visible, which, let's be honest, is not the focal point we're going for. Instead, aim for a few strategic layers, just enough to frame the face and soften the sides, but leave the rest fuller and more blended. Think light sketch, not shredded paper. And if your stylist still thinks the Rachel cut works on everyone, run. You deserve a haircut that adds structure, not guesswork, that says elegant, not experimental. Next up, the parting mistake that's aging more of us than we realize, especially if your comb hasn't moved since 1987. 5. The forever side part that's not doing you any favors. You ever part your hair the same way for so long that if you tried switching sides, your scalp would actually protest? Yeah, been there. Mine's been on the left since Friends was still airing new episodes, and for years, I thought it was just my look. Turns out, it was slowly dragging one side of my face down. Here's what no one tells you after 60. That deep side part you've been faithful to for decades? It might be throwing your features off balance, especially when the hair on that side keeps getting thinner, while the other side's holding a fluffy grudge. And don't even get me started on the cowlick that's now basically in charge. Why it matters. As our features soften, symmetry becomes a secret weapon. A harsh side part can accentuate unevenness, flatten one cheek, and even make your neck look shorter. Not the vibe we're going for. So what to try? A slightly off-center part, just a little nudge, enough to refresh things without making your hair rebel. Or try flipping your part every now and then to even out volume and keep your roots from going on strike. Think of it like moving your furniture around. Same room, new energy, less wear on the carpet. And no, you don't have to go full middle part. This isn't high school. We're not trying to join Gen Z. We're just trying to outsmart gravity. Next up, the final trap I fell into. The one where I thought bangs would soften everything. Spoiler, it softened my forehead, but added 5 years. 6, the bangs that promised youth and delivered drama. Ah yes, bangs. The timeless promise of a fresh look, a little mystery, a soft frame for the face, and let's be honest, a bit of camouflage for a forehead that's seen some things. I fell for it more than once. One bad hair day, one impulsive salon visit, and boom. Just trim some bangs, nothing too heavy. Spoiler, they were always too heavy. And somehow, every time, I walked out thinking, okay, this is fine. Until I got home, saw myself from the side, and realized I now looked like a middle-aged page boy from a period drama. Ask me how I know I was in denial? I once used a toothbrush to style them. A toothbrush. Here's the thing, bangs can be lovely if they're the right kind, but the thick, blunt kind we wore in our 30s. On most of us after 60, they can shorten the face, close off the eyes, and highlight every fine line they were meant to hide. It's like putting drapes over a window and realizing you just blocked the view. Why it matters. When we lose volume in our upper face, brows, temples, forehead, a dense fringe can make everything look heavier, lower, the opposite of what we hoped for when we said, make me look more refreshed. Instead, try light, wispy bangs, or even longer curtain bangs that blend into the sides and move with you. They give softness without smothering your face, and don't need a round brush and a prayer every morning. And hey, if you've already got the blunt ones, no shame. Clip them back, grow them out, try again next time. Because bangs might grow fast, but your patience, not so much. Next up, let's wrap it all up with a reminder that none of this is about fixing your age. Just updating the little things so you feel more like you again. It's not about fixing, it's about lifting. So, what did we really uncover here? That sometimes the haircut we've had for years quietly stops serving us. Not because we did anything wrong, but because we've changed. And that's allowed. Your face isn't failing. Your hair isn't betraying you. It's just asking for a little update. One that lifts instead of drags, softens instead of hides, and most importantly, makes you feel like you again. Just a little lighter, a little brighter. We're not here to rewind the clock. We're here to reclaim the mirror, one smart snip at a time. So whether you're growing it out, cutting it short, or simply switching your part for the first time since Clinton was in office, you get to choose again, with better info and a little less hairspray. Now it's your turn. Tell us in the comments, what haircut did you hold on to a little too long? And which one finally made you feel fabulous? And if you enjoyed this little reset, don't forget to hit subscribe. We've got more laughter, lessons, and low-maintenance beauty coming your way. Thanks for being here, for listening, for showing up, curious and real. From all of us at Glow After 60, we're so glad you came.